On the line with us is Sarah Ellett, a mom advocating for her daughter, basically. This is her daughter, Remy. Sweet Small Remedy. Sarah has a GoFundMe.com/Sweet Small Remedy page. Would you break the law in order to save your daughter's life? Sarah is facing that challenge. Sarah, welcome back to the program.
Hi, how are you doing, Tom?
I'm fine, but I'm concerned about how you're doing. What's going on?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, since we spoke last, I had a visit from Child and Family Services of Utah, and I was feeding Remy, and I politely talked to them and told them that I couldn't talk to them without my counsel, and they were polite back and they left. And I realized that at that point I would not be able to treat Remy with cannabis and continue treating her and keeping her healthy unless I were to go somewhere where it is legal.
Right.
And so now we are basically faced with the decision, stay in Utah and treat legally, or go to another state. I treat illegally and go to another state and treat legally.
Right. And if you stay in Utah, you risk going to jail, and your daughter risks being in foster care for the rest of her life.
Yes.
Both of which are tragedies, and absurd and obscene tragedies. So what can people do we're talking with Sarah Ellett, the mom advocating for her daughter, Remy. First, for people who don't remember when you were on our program a week or so ago, you want to just give us a real quick minute or two summary of your daughter's situation and how medical cannabis helped her?
Sure. Okay. So Remy was born with a cleft lip and palate and some other anomalies, which included her having no pituitary function, which leads to a lot of problems as far as her system goes. And she was struggling. She couldn't eat. She wasn't walking, wasn't really mobile. I was really concerned about her weight decline, and I had been investigating cannabis, and I finally decided to make the trip to Oregon, and I obtained the legal cards, and I started treating Remy legally, and we saw a lot of progress. There was a lot of happiness. The doctors all remarked to keep doing what I was doing, even though, they didn't really, a lot of doctors did not really understand that we had been going to Oregon. A lot of them continued to notice and note her progress. And then we decided that being in Utah, we would be unable to treat. So I stopped her treatment. Remy started declining again to the point where she was really ill, and I knew that I needed to do something different for her. And so I started to help Remy again. And at this point, there's no denying it that she needs her medicine, and I need to make a decision what I'm going to do for my family.
Do you think that your choice to go public with this, both in the press and on this program, contributed to the Department of Children and Family Services showing up at your door?
I'm absolutely certain that whether or not they saw your show or they started looking at my Facebook, I hadn't posted a lot on my Facebook until I came forward with my original article and your show. And so I do believe that people have picked up on it, and somebody out there decided to go ahead and turn me into DCFS.
Jeez, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah, I don't really feel like it was out of concern for my family, because anybody that has seen me struggle with my daughter in and out of hospitals for the majority of her life and has seen me fight for her with a team of doctors resuscitating my daughter several times, they would never doubt that this is what's working for her. I do believe it is somebody that had actually no concern about Remy.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, there are fanatics out there. There's no doubt about that. So how can people support you in your next step here?
Well, the most important thing that I want to bring up is that I don't believe that my children or any patient should be collateral damage in this political tug of war. We're a red state in Utah, and we're going to need the feds to come and help us and act on this, and not just for Utah, but for for everyone in America that is going through this, but our family is just one of many, many examples. The other thing that they could do is to help us with our GoFundMe. We've actually set up a different GoFundMe. It's GoFundMe.com/Ellett Family.
Okay. Is that with two L's or one? It's two L's, right?
Two L's, two T's. So ELLETT.
Family. And followed by the word family, right?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. This is a tough one. Are you well, is there anything more that you'd like to, I don't know how much you want to share or not share. I don't know how how close you are to the sheriff grabbing you, and I don't want to increase the probability of that happening. Are there any other stories, experiences, pieces of this that you'd like to share with our listeners?
Well, I do want to mention something that's been on my mind for quite some time that I want to bring to the front of people's mind when they think about cannabis, because there's so much debate. There's strong feelings on every side. Even within the cannabis community, there's a lot of debate. But I just wanted to make sure that people understand where I come from, and I believe that's where Mark Masson's bill comes from as well. But just on my own personal thoughts here is that medicine is really a science of uncertainty. We don't really understand medicine, and it's been proven that we don't, and we're trying every day to understand it better. So right now, really, medicine is an act of probability, and the probability that cannabis will help my family is more proven than the science of uncertainty. So we need to make sure that people understand that I'm doing the very best I can, considering what I'm going through. Remy's not the only one that's going through anything. I'm suffering. I don't have a colon. I don't have a rectum. I don't have the parts of my body to take care of myself completely, and I'm taking care of my whole entire family. And it's not that I'm incompetent or incapable. It's just that I know what will help my family, and I need to do it.
Wow. Is this because you in part inherited the same problems that Remy did?
Well, Remy actually has a very separate condition. The doctors do not believe that it's related to the FAP that I have, but it is an inherited condition.
Yeah.
I have it, and my children, all but one of my children, has this condition.
Oh my! So you're dealing with multiple medical crises as well as a political / legal crisis created by, basically people trying to protect their own economic self-interest back in the 1920s and 30s. This is remarkable. We're talking with Sarah Ellett, a mom advocating for legalized medical marijuana in Utah because of her daughter Remy, who has been nearly miraculously, brought back to life with this medical marijuana that she was able to get through the medical marijuana program in Oregon, even though she lives in Utah. The website is GoFundMe.com/Ellett, ELLETT family. And, Sarah, I wish you the very best. Please keep us up to date on how things are going.
I will, Tom. I just wanted to add that we just have no time for doubt right now, and if it's okay just to take a minute to let you know that the reason I'm sharing this story with you is to push the conversation on the federal level.
There you go.
That the CARES bill could change the scheduling of this cannabis to Schedule 2, opening up for research and access.
Right.
And
so people can call the president about that, about rescheduling pot.
This is the Thom Hartmann Program.
And they can also call Congress, call your members of Congress about rescheduling marijuana, 202-225-3121. Sarah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tom.
To watch more clips from our programs, hit the Watch More Videos button over here. And please be sure to hit the handy-dandy subscribe button so you'll always be up to date. Tag, you're it.